and we're going to have a lot of fun together. Now, the other thing I know that I need to do, but one of the things that I've found is if I'm really going to engage with you and get you guys to stick around and stay engaged, that I basically got to bribe you right up front. So here's the bribe for today. If you stay till the end, I am going to build your online course for you. Somebody here today is going to win that right. And believe me, we'll build it fast. It'll be live within 7 days. And you'll be making money with it even faster than that. Hey, do me a favor. If you're here today, and really the idea of building an online course for you is really about a coaching business. Type coach in the chat. Like if you've amassed a significant amount of experience in your life in some area, maybe you're a fitness professional and you want to help other people with fitness, or maybe you've got something, type the type of coaching, your expertise. So if your dream is to be a multi-million-dollar fitness coach, type fitness coach, or weight loss coach, type weight loss coach, or life coach, type life coach, or writing coach, type writing coach, or business coach, type business coach. Just type whatever it is in there. Yeah, education coach, mental health coach, life coach, women's empowerment coach. Freaking I love this, mindset coach, relationship coach. Jose, I assume that's Jose Duce, wants to be a wellness coach. Oh, freaking amazing. Basketball coach for parents. Dondi, I love that one. Life coach. Mohammed says he wants to be a coach. Mo joined this program last week. The end of this webinar, I'm going to tell you about my 30-day course builder program. It's basically a free coaching program where I'll show you exactly how to build a coach over the next 30 days. I can launch an online course in 7 days. In fact, I'm going to show you an online course today that I built in the last 72 hours. And I built it because on Sunday, here's what happened. I'm going to show you this. I did a pre-launch of the course. On Sunday, 18 people paid $997 for a course that I didn't even start. And in the last 3 days, I built it. And now they're all signing up in it. How many people would love to learn that skill? Make $18,000 US on Sunday, and by Thursday have the course built. Type me in the chat if you want to see that. I'll show that to you if you stick around today. Well, frankly, here's the story. When I decided I wanted to be a coach, I didn't know what to do. And it wasn't like I didn't wake up and say, I gotta build an online course. Then that wasn't it for me at all. No, what I decided I was going to do, I didn't know. I started calling all my friends and I asked them, and I said, what should I do? And so one friend said, well, you should write a book. I think you should write a book. I'm like, write a book? Why would I want to write a book? He said, well, coaches all have books and you can use the book as a calling card to build your business. So I tried to do that. I took 2 years to write it. It was the most painful thing I ever did in my life. I started and stopped and started and stopped, and then I failed. I hired a publisher who promised me that they would make the book a bestseller, and I paid $80,000 to them. $10,000 to publish the book, $20,000 to rewrite it, $30,000 to print 10,000 copies, and $20,000 for marketing. And they sold 8 copies. The publisher published the book with 287 grammar and spelling errors in it. So that sucked. That failed. 2 years later, I said, well, I'm just going to try cold calling. So I got a list of phone numbers of small business owners. I called them up and said, hey, I'm a coach. I want to help you to drive more revenue into their business. And I'd love to come in for a day for free and show you some things that you can do right away that will add more to your bottom line. Friends, I couldn't get anybody to take a free session. Then I tried webinars back in 2007. That's when GoToWebinar just launched. Couldn't get anybody to show up for those either. It was like 2008, I was jumping on an airplane. I'd given up on being a coach. I just walked away from it. I said, screw it. And to be honest with you, if it wasn't for the fact that that failed book was published and it's still on Amazon to this day, I wouldn't be here right now. I wouldn't be a coach today. The reason is that every time I turn around, somebody would be telling me about my book on Amazon, that they saw it, and it would drive me freaking crazy. So here's what happened for me. 2008, I'm in the Toronto airport and I'm boarding a plane going to Japan. And that book you see on the left side of that guy, How to Make People Like You in 90 Seconds or Less, was in the airport. And I bought the book, like, because I'm a sales guy. I'm into sales, and I know that sales is about getting people to like you. So I, going to be on a plane for 17 hours, thought I'd buy it. Well, I read the book 4 times on the trip, and every time I finished reading it, I started cursing. I was like, shit, my book should be like that. It was amazing. Like, it was a page turner. It was unbelievable. And so I came back from the trip, and I wanted to find this guy. The author's name is Nick Boothman. I did some research from him when I was on my business trip. I found out that he's from England originally. He lived in Portugal, New York, in South Africa, but I didn't know where he was. Didn't know where he lived now, but I was going to meet him. So I got back from my 3-week trip to Asia. I went to my assistant in the office, Wendy, and I said, find this guy. I want to spend a day with him. I'll pay him whatever he wants. Find him, book an appointment, book my flights, just set it up. So I walk into the office the next day, and Wendy says, okay, I booked an appointment. You're meeting that Boothman guy. I said, great. When am I meeting him? She says, you're meeting him tomorrow for lunch. I'm like, holy shit, where does he live? How am I going to meet him tomorrow? And she said, it was just unbelievable. So I live, for those that aren't from Toronto, type Toronto in the chat if you live in the Toronto area. I always get a couple people. There's hundreds of people here right now, but I always get a couple people that say they're from Toronto. Okay, born and raised in Toronto. Jose's from, maybe it's Josie then, from Oshawa. Maybe it's Jose. Oshawa, Toronto. Okay, great. Well, you guys are going to love this. Oshawa, Jose, you're going to love this. I live in Whitby. I live on the east side of Toronto, for those not originally from here. I live in Whitby, Ontario, which is basically, Toronto is 9 million people now in the greater Toronto area. It goes from on the west side of Toronto, way down in places like London, Ontario. That is just thinking of, London's kind of outside of the GTA area, but in that area. And then all the way over on the right side to an area called Curtis, and then as north as Barrie. That area is 9 million people. So I live on the east side of Toronto, in a town called Whitby. Well, she started laughing. This guy lives in Curtis, Ontario. So it goes, for those that are not from here, let me just explain. It goes Whitby, and then Oshawa, and then Bowmanville, then Curtis. He lived 15 minutes from my house. I met him the next day for lunch. This guy's unbelievable. Listen to this. So Nick and I have now been friends for 15 years, and we're business partners. We do a lot of stuff together. We have a writing weekend where we teach people to write books. I mean, it's unbelievable. But what got my attention about him is that he, at the time in 2007, he had written 5 books. Those books have been translated into 30 languages. He published 2 online courses. He was making millions of dollars a year from 3 different income streams: book sales, professional speaking, and online courses. Type me in the chat if you want that. If you want to be Nick, type me in the chat if you're like, that's my story. I want Ken to say that about me one day. Type me in the chat if you'd love to be making millions of dollars a year from your online courses, from professional speaking, from book sales, from stuff like that. So I met Nick that day for lunch, and I convinced him to be my mentor. I actually paid him $100,000 right up front to help me rewrite my book, and everything else came after that. We changed the failed book into this book. It sold 100,000 copies. These are my other books. The Greatest Prospector in the World is now over 200,000 copies. I published it 4 years ago. It sells $500 copies a week. But here's the most important thing. It's my online courses. This is the book. I just finished writing it. It's called The Authority Factor. You can read what it is. 4 simple steps to a 7-figure coaching business. Because I've helped about 150 people to launch coaching businesses. They're all making tens of thousands a month, but 21 of them are making $1 million a year or more. But what's really great about it is that book is coming out next year, but I've already launched the online course. I launched it 6 months ago. I made $100,000 in the first 6 months with it. And I have all these things going on today. 18 years later, because of Nick, I've owned major companies. My company I own today is called The Authority Factory. Like I told you several times, I teach people how to build coaching businesses. And every one of these ads you're seeing, these are Facebook ads. Every one of them has made me $250,000. It's unbelievable. And these are my online courses. One of my online courses is Teaches people how to use messenger marketing to drive traffic into their business, how to build your Facebook page to 100,000 people in 100 days, how to make $10,000 a month in affiliate marketing working from home, how to build a massive email list. And here it is. This is the Authority Factor course. And for all of my courses, friends, it's the same thing. I run Facebook ads to a landing page. It's automated. People sign up and watch an automated webinar, and then they buy the product. So this is my stats panel. You can see October 1st, 2019 to March 26, 2020, $42,000. You know what the crazy part is? That course I sell for $97. This is the messenger marketing course that I was telling you about, where I teach people how to use Facebook Messenger. You can see this is the first month of this year, January 1st to February 1st, 20 grand. But this is the Authority Factor course. Now, what's crazy about this is I wrote the book first to get my thoughts clear. Then I built the entire course in less than a month. And I did it live in meetings. So that video there, I did them all live. It's crazy. Actually, let me just show you here. I'm going to pull my dashboard up here. I want you to see this. So first of all, this is the Authority Factor course. Let me just pull that up. And while I'm doing that, I'll go into my dash pound. This is the course I just built. I'll show you in a sec. It's so freaking crazy. Let me just get out of here. Actually, I'm going to leave that one open. ClickFunnels. We go into another iteration here so I can show you the Authority Factory stuff. I use ClickBank for affiliate marketing. Yeah, I make about $40,000 a month in affiliate marketing using ClickBank. I use ClickFunnels to build all my funnels. I love it because it's got all the data tracking and software. So if we go to, you can see this right here, January 1st. Just give it a second to load. It's being goofy. And while that's happening, I'm going to pull up my Stripe account. Might as well show you that too. Stripe is where all of my online sales come in. Okay, so this is just the last couple days. But if I go back to January, let me go here. And it's completely automated now, friends. I don't even market this. It's just Facebook ads running to a registration page. People watch a presentation, and then they buy the course. It's nuts. 112,000. This is US dollars since January the 1st from this one online course, completely automated. And this is what they get. Let me just log in here and you can see it. So what I did is I built the online course first because I had all this expertise, right? Everything you ever want to know about building a 7-figure coaching business, it's all built in here. And then after write the book, all I did is I got all the videos transcribed and I got an editor to get involved and to structure it. Now I'm adding client testimonials all there. Now check this out. Here's the crazy thing. So I did this writing weekend on the weekend with Nick. And on the Sunday, I told everybody I planned to build an online course. Look at this. January 1st of this year to September 30th, 688,000 US dollars. By the way, this US dollars. So that's $1 million Canadian in the first 9 months of this year. But if I go to payments here, there's something really crazy I want to show you. You see down here, look at this right here. Starts with this one, Jeanette, August 30th, right? They're all the same day. Look at the times. They all bought. It was like 18 people spent $997 US dollars within 30 minutes. I'm going to teach you how to do that in a second if you guys want to learn that skill. I did a live webinar presentation and 18 people bought that. And I can teach anybody in any business how to do that. It's amazing. So the crazy thing is I didn't even have the course built. So I've been just shooting the videos for the last couple days. And then I went in here and I just finished this course today. So let me just log into this and I'll show you. This is a brand new online course. It's called Writing Madly. And there it is. It's for people that want to write books. And there's my business partner, Nick Boothman. And that's module 1 where they download the workbook and they get started. The next one is all about how to identify your ideal reader and its trainings. And then module 3 is what the client journey is. And I did this training this morning. Look, I'll prove it to you.
I think that's what you call it.
Let me go right here. Look at what I'm
So
wearing
you
right
know
now.
me
Let me
as the
just turn
book
my
guy,
camera back
but
on.
my business, my overall business is called The Authority.
Look, it's the same dude in the same place. I just did this today. Online courses are so freaking easy to build when you understand them. And it's just nuts. So anyway, the reason I showed you all that stuff is I don't want you to doubt what I'm going to show you. I don't want you to doubt that this stuff works, because it does. I don't want you to doubt yourself, because some of you guys have tried to build online courses before and it hasn't worked for you for whatever reason, and you gave up on it. And I don't want you to do that. People need your help. The world is changing right now. More people than ever before are looking to coaches to learn. They're realizing the education system doesn't work. The old ways of learning doesn't work. Over $300 million a day is being spent on online courses, and there are not enough coaches in the world. There are not enough online courses in the world. The statistics prove it. See, what happened for me, friends, is I realized that I'd been given a gift that would work in any business. And I realized that I wanted to teach people how I built my online courses. And what I want you to notice is that none of my online courses are how to build an online course. I'm not the guy that's just going to try and make a bunch of money. You know, I don't want to be that guy. What I wanted to do is take this crazy experience that I'd learned over 18 years and share it with you. So here's my question to you. Are you ready to build an online course and help millions of people? Now, if you're going to succeed doing this, the first thing is your mindset. You got to be in a mindset where it's not about, oh, I'd like to do that. That would be nice. You got to be in a place where you absolutely need to do this. It's been driving you crazy. You know people need your help. People have been asking you for advice for a long, long time, and you got to be willing. So I want you to go into the chat right now, and I want you to yell and scream. How do you do that? It's capital letters and exclamation points. You have to get passionate about this, because there's going to be learning to do. There's not everything is going to go right for you all the time. But I promise you, if you trust me to let me help you do this, I won't let you down. I'll work with you every day. I'll explain how all that works in a second. And we'll get this done together. Now, what I want to do is I want to lay this all out for you right now. And I need you to understand that the closest alternative to what I'm about to show you is going to require years of hard struggles, large credit card limits, and making hundreds of mistakes. Because that's what happened to me. I mean, it was 6 years and a couple $1 million that I wasted trying to figure this out. But I persevered through it. It took me 10 years of persevering. I'm telling you, I don't know how long you've persevered right now, but my personal mission is to save you the pain, suffering, and frustration that you've been going through. I want you to get this online course done in the next 2 to 4 weeks. I want you to be making money with your online course in less than 4 weeks. So my question to you is, are you willing to follow a system and learn some new skills? Because if you are, we're going to jump into it right now, and I'm going to lay this entire system out for you. And I promise you, you will be able to follow this system today. You're going to start building your online course this afternoon. Today, you're going to start doing this. But I want to know, yes or no, will you do it? And I'm saying that on purpose because I want to hold you accountable to this process. I want you to get this done. I think I scared a lot of people because there's only 10 people that have typed yes in the chat right now. It's 390 some odd people here right now. Will you do it? Friends, you got to understand, I'm not joking about that. There are not enough coaches in the world right now. People are desperately looking for help. People all around you are looking for help. We need to do this. All right, in order to really hammer this online course, here's what I'm going to help you to do today. Number one, I want to show you exactly how to pick the right topic. I want to show you exactly how to pick the right topic because that's crucial. And this is the biggest mistake people make. I find all the time when I talk to people who tried to build online courses and they couldn't get anybody to sell them or to buy them, the challenge is they didn't frame it properly. They didn't pick the right topic. And then once we go through that, I'm going to show you how to build your course. Like I can build an online course in 2 to 3 days, and I don't do any of the tech stuff. I don't edit the videos. I don't build the websites. I use people on Fiverr. And if you guys join the 30-day course builder challenge that I'm going to issue at the end of this, I'm going to give you all the people on Fiverr that build the courses. Or if you want, maybe the first person today, I'm going to build their course for them that joins the challenge. But I'm telling you right now, when I show you the challenge and you can get a chance to sign up for it, first person who signs up today, I'm going to build their first course for them. I'm telling you flat out, I'm going to do that. I'm going to coach you through shooting your videos. You're going to send the videos to me. I'm going to edit them. I'm going to get them uploaded to the course. I'm going to show you exactly how to sell in a webinar. I'm going to help you build your webinar slides. I'm going to show you how to run the Facebook ads. Kapow. You're going to love it. So I'm going to show you how to pick the right topic and structure your course. And I'm going to show you how to build it in less than a couple of days. Then I'm going to show you 3 different techniques for selling the course. First thing we want to get into today is picking the course. Now, you're going to think this is overly obvious where I start with this. The very first thing that you have to do, if you're going to be successful with an online course, you got to really quantify what is your actual mission? Who is your ideal client? What are you trying to help people with? I'll tell you why that's so important. You want to ask yourself, who's your ideal client and what's their biggest struggle? And that's what you build your online course about. I'll give you a couple of examples of that. There's a lot of people in my community that are life coaches. And they come to this webinar and they say, I'm a life coach. I want to build an online course around life coaching. Friends, think about that for a second. There is nobody in the world right now that's surfing on Facebook saying, holy cow, I wish a Facebook ad would come along and tell me about a really great life coaching course. I need a better life. I desperately need a life coaching course. No, what I want you to do is choose your ideal client and then identify what is their biggest challenge and build a course about that. So life coaches, you've got tons of courses you can do. You can do a course in the relationship space. You can do courses in the wellness space, the mindset space, morning routines. I mean, there's all kinds of things you can do. And those will all sell. I have clients, students in my program that are selling courses in each of those spaces and making boatloads of money. And you can do the same thing. So here's the exercise. This is how you frame your online course. It's called the client journey. Very first thing you're going to do is ask yourself, who's the ideal client? Who's going to buy this course? And you want to get really granular on it. Age, gender, the whole 9 yards. Are there any fitness coaches here today? Go into the chat and type me. If you're in the fitness space, you want to help people get in better shape. You're a weight loss coach. You want to help people with, anything that has to do with the human body. Losing weight, getting in better shape, building muscle mass, learning how to run, any of that stuff. Type me in the chat if that's you. So I got Lisa, John, Fred, just 3 of you today. That's interesting. Hundreds of people. Normally there's more people in that space here, but well, Lisa, I'm going to help you. Okay, John's there too. Perfect. Listen, here's what I want you to know. If you're in the fitness space, Lisa, here's what you're going to do. And this is the same for everybody. You're going to identify an ideal client that would be most interested in working with you. Josie just said it straight. So Josie said she is, and her ideal client is a woman over 45. Exactly. She just hit the nail right on the head. But even better than that, Josie, I want you to go deeper on that. I want you to build a whole profile. A woman over 45 who's been married or is married. She's got kids. She's still carrying that 30 pounds of baby weight. If you're a weight loss coach, that is. Her self-esteem is at an all-time low. Her relationship is strained with her husband and her kids. She doesn't like going to work. She's just not having a good ride. Once you know that detail, okay, Lisa, say, okay, perfect. Same for you. Men, executives, CEOs, then great. Then stick with that. You're going to teach them how to lose weight in spite of a busy life. Perfect. The next thing you do before you figure out your modules and what the order of your course, because that's what the client journey is, you ask yourself, what does happily ever after look like? So let's say that ideal client buys your course and does everything you say in it and gets the best results possible. What do those results look like? And write it out on a piece of paper. For the example I'm using, she's 30 pounds lighter. She smiles all the time. When she looks in a mirror, she's beaming. She has a better relationship with her spouse, her kids. She loves going to work. She has better relationships at work. Everything. She's wearing her high school clothes again. Everything is just clicking. For the executive CEO, Lisa's talking about, he's enjoying work. He doesn't feel bashful in meetings. He's wearing better clothes. His personality's gone up. He's feeling better. Feels his new appreciation by his employees. You write all that stuff out. Get really clear on it. Once you know the beginning point and the end point and the problem, the big problem, now you can figure out the modules in your course. You just reverse engineer that. Step one, it's really simple. So the first module in your course, for all of you guys, it's all the same. It's called Discovery. I want you to write that in the chat. I want to make sure you heard that properly. Your first module is going to be about discovery. That's your introduction module. It's going to be about discovery because it's the client journey, right? It's what they get out of it. And in your introduction discovery module, you're going to talk about where you came from, why you decided to build this online course, the struggles you've been through. When you realized you had the same big problem, how you fixed it, and make a promise. That's it, discovery. And then in the next module, it's planning. Type the word planning in the chat. Your next module is going to be about planning, because you went through this introductory module. If you do your first module around discovery, you're going to leave your student very vulnerable. Why? It's because they've just related to you, and you've forced them to identify why they are where they are, and they don't feel good about that. So that's the perfect segue into module number 2, which is where you get them to build a plan. You want to teach them how to set goals. So this is where all your goal setting is, and how to, like for the weight loss people, how much weight do they want to lose? How do they want to lose it? And then overview them how they're going to do that. For the executive CEO, same thing. For rebuilding the relationship with the spouse, same thing. It's all about planning. So that's where you do goal setting, you set a plan, and you do all that teaching. Now, module 3 is the first step where you're getting into the details of your specific course. So in this, the other module 1 and 2 are also about details, but it's very specific, centered around discovery, centering and planning. Step 3 is like specific to the discipline. So for all of the fitness weight loss coaches, step 3 is diet. Because we all know that losing weight is 70% about what you eat. Food is fuel, it's not pleasure. And so you got to go through all that, do all that teaching first, and get them on a diet plan, and get them to do stuff and move forward. And you want to have a call to action in each module. Write that down. Call to action each module. In the business, we say CTA, call to action. So in capital letters, write CTA in each module. Type that in the chat so I know you got it. CTA, call to action in each module. And in the 30-day Course Builder Challenge, I do have a membership area that I'll give you access to that has all this stuff. So you don't have to worry about trying to get it all written down on paper right now. Okay, so step 3 was diet. Step 4 is fitness. This is exercise, right? Because the second most important thing after you get your goals is understanding how diet, then you do fitness. Now, for all of you, your fitness, it's going to be specific to what you believe. Some of you are just going to be like, get out and move every day. Others are going to be resistance training. Others are going to be, you got to do X percentage resistance training and X percentage of cardio. And so you teach whatever you want there. But the next step after that, this is going to be about habits. You want to help them to understand how to develop the right habits so they stick with it. And then the next step is accountability. Now, in accountability, you're going to tell them about the importance of weighing yourself every day. It keeps you accountable, but also accountability partners, et cetera, you get it, all that stuff. And then the next step after that is where you issue the challenge to them, the first 30 days, the first 90 days. This is your online course. Now, once you know what the modules are for your online course, then the next thing you do is you go back to each module and you say, what are the action items? What are the things that I want to cover in each module? And you write all those down. And you can see them right there. Whoops, sorry. Let me go back one. I went too far. So you get all these action items, and there's probably going to be 10 or 12 in each one of your modules. And then once you get that done, get that complete, there's your online course. You got it all laid out. What I tell people in our community to do is I'll give you a gal on Fiverr that for $10, she'll create, this is called an infographic. This was a guy in one of, that came to this webinar. He built an online course to teach people how to generate more revenue in their business. And same thing. So you build out this info guide, your client journey, and you actually, I put it on a wall right in front of me. Because this client journey, friends, remember my main business is teaching people how to build major coaching businesses. This client journey, it becomes the outline of your book, your online course. It's also your content calendar. Every one of those little action items, once you get it all done, each of those action items, it becomes your social media content for the week. And that's what I do. Every week, I just grab the next action item and I do 2 live videos on my Facebook page. I do a video on my YouTube channel. I take the video from my YouTube channel. I turn it into my podcast. And it's all building enthusiasm about my online course. That's why people join it every day, because I'm always talking about the Authority Factor online course. And now the book is coming out. And because I've already had like 300 people buy the online course and thousands follow me and want to learn about coaching businesses, do you guys see how my course will sell and my books will sell because of it? That's what the power of doing an online course is. Now, I'm also going to tell you, I haven't even launched the Authority Factor book yet, but I do live events in hotels where I sell my online course in front of the room, but I also sell it through webinars. And I'm going to show you both of those today. The reason I put this video here right now is once you get your course figured out, I would be not serving you properly if I didn't take a second just to say, listen, one of the most important things for you to do is to get really comfortable speaking about your stuff on video, in front of people, because that's the world we live in today. And you got to get comfortable. And the only way you're going to get comfortable is to get out there and start doing it. Okay, so now that you got your course figured out, and actually, let me just show you. I got to show you one thing here really quickly. I want this to be interactive, so this is a good way to do it. So if I go to, I did create a membership area for everybody that joins the 30-day Course Builder program. You will get into this today if you decide to take me up on this offer. And what you're going to see in here, let me just show you really quickly. It's all here. This is why I say you're going to start building your online course today, because this is the 30-day Course Builder Challenge, the community. There's a welcome video. We do a live Zoom call every Thursday night at 6 o'clock where we help you with anything you want. Module 1 is picking the right topic. There's your ideal client. And if you click on that, if you're having a hard time figuring out your ideal client, there's your avatar worksheet. So I created this avatar worksheet over the last 8 years. It helps people to really drill in and figure out who their ideal client is. Tons of people have used that. And then if you go down here, I teach about recording videos and doing all kinds of stuff, building your email list, and then building your course all the way through. I give you all of the funnels and websites are all done for you. There's the people on Fiverr you're going to use. The whole damn thing's here waiting for you. It's just crazy. Right, let me go back to the presentation so I keep moving along, because I want to show you how to build the course. So once you got your course all figured out, friends, go into the chat right now and type "makes sense." What I want to know, if you're happy you came today and this has been valuable information, it's like cleared up some of the fog already, type "makes sense" in the chat. Best webinar he's ever been on. Mo, that's very kind of you to say. Thank you, brother. Good. Awesome. Next thing I want to talk about is building an online course, is building it. Now, what I want you to know is that building your online course, once you get your client journey figured out, you figure out all your action items, because the action items are the videos that you shoot, right? Building your online course is really simple. You shoot the videos, you organize the offer, and you finalize the program. That's all you have to do. For when I first got started doing my online courses, I shot all my online courses with my iPhone. Now I've graduated, I use a webcam. And inside of the course, I show you all that stuff. I got some other cameras and stuff I do now. But listen, in order to show you guys how fast I build online courses and how simple it actually is, I want to introduce you to Tracy Fines. Tracy Fines is a real estate investor in Toronto, Canada. She's a dear friend of mine now. Back in February, she watched this presentation and she wanted to build an online course. She'd been trying to do it for about 2 years. She couldn't get it figured out. She's struggling immensely with it, but she didn't want to give up on it. So she came to my presentation and then she said afterwards, she said, look, I'll join the challenge, but what do I have to do to get you to help me with it? And I said, well, it's really simple. If you're the first person to join, I'll help you. But you got to give me a video testimonial. Don't you guys think that's fair? Type fair in the chat. What I mean is, if I helped you one-on-one to build your online course, the first person today who joins is going to get that. I'm going to help them just like I did for Tracy. But you have to give me a video testimonial and you have to let me tell your story, just like I'm doing with Tracy's. You think that's fair? Good. Okay, good. Fantastic. So here's what we did with Tracy. We built the client journey. We figured out, I forgot to show you, I even give you a spreadsheet. So after you figure out your client journey and you do the client journey, I give you lots of examples of it. When you come down into, I think it's this module. Yep. Right here, it says download the course creation spreadsheet. So you take your client journey and all those action items and you use this spreadsheet that I give you. It's all here for you. And you say, okay, step one module is now module one. So you write the title. And then all those action items, you group them together and you figure out which lessons you want. And you make the lessons are the videos. So you give it a name. Now, in some of your, let me just show you. So in some of your modules, just like I have here, where you can click the link and you can download a guide. So in some of the modules, you're going to want to have downloads and stuff. All you do here is you just write it in here so you can keep track of it. Now, once you have that done, it's freaking crazy simple. Here's what I did with Tracy. I went to her house for one day. And truth be told, it wasn't just Tracy and I. We had helpers. Tracy's husband was there. And one of my assistants came with us. But we used her iPhone to shoot all the videos. And we used her house. This is her living room. Now, what you want to do is you don't want all your videos to look exactly the same. So sometimes you just move the phone closer or farther back. Choose a different area of the house. Change your shirt. Little things like that. That's all it takes. Once we had all the videos shot, then I uploaded them to Dropbox, which there's a Dropbox app, so you can do it right from your phone. I uploaded the Dropbox, and then I sent them to Fiverr. I got a guy on Fiverr who edited all the videos for $100, and he put them into this platform. It's called Vimeo, because Vimeo is the best platform to use with ClickFunnels. And then we built the online course. Now, check this out. I didn't even do this. If you join our challenge, I'm going to give you this platform. It's already there. It's done for you. All you got to do is change the colors, the words, and set up all of the links. But don't worry. I've got 4 different people on Fiverr that will do that for you for $100. And it worked. We built Tracy's whole online course in 7 days. For 7 days after that, she launched her online course at a live event. What I get you to do is just build one presentation, and you can use it either online or offline. So she built it at a live event, and she sold like 6 people the first night, a $500 course. Now, Tracy today is making tens of thousands of dollars a month. She does all of her webinars online. She basically launched an online course called Flipping Great Life, and she teaches people how to flip homes. I'm going to do something you've never seen on a webinar before. I'm going to show you a private chat message that Tracy sent me first thing this morning. Right here. This is Tracy Fines today. And she said, morning, webinar results. So this is from last night. 68 people registered. 25 showed up. 37%. My best show up ever. 25 stayed to the end. Sold 4 people, $500 program. 2 more coming in today. Ad spend was $750, and she made $2,000. And it just goes on and on and on. I've got hundreds of students just like that. It's not hard to build an online course, friends. And running the Facebook ads, you might feel overwhelming to you, but it's not difficult. I can show you all how to do it. This is Dr. Stacy. Dr. Stacy is another one. She's a busy doctor in Toronto. She's built 2 courses now since she joined the program. This is called a Gateway course. This is a course we sell for between $7 and $10, and the main reason for it is to build the email list. I'll explain more about that in a second. This is a $97 course. This is the fundamentals of affiliate marketing. I've got hundreds of people that make $10,000 a month just in affiliate marketing, and I taught them how to do that. All right, let's talk about selling courses. What you want to know, this is what we call a value ladder, friends. This is what most coaching businesses look like. This is what my coaching business looks like. So the first rung, the way I bring people into my business is by giving away free things. I have a free PDF guide I give away to teach people how to build their Facebook page to 100,000 fans. I have another free PDF guide that I give away to teach people how to build a video views audience. I call it your ultimate audience online. So you start doing videos, you can build an audience of all the people who like your videos, and then that's who you advertise to, and they buy more. And then every time I give away a free thing on the next page, I sell them a mini course. Hey, thanks for downloading this guide. Now I built this little course that's going to help you to do the stuff in the guide faster, and I'm going to sell it to you for $7. And then I upsell them to my big courses that I've been telling you about. But I also do live events and retreats in my business. I do high ticket coaching. Every year I do 3 retreats where I take 50 to 100 people on some crazy vacation around the world. February, we took 50 people to Iceland. Right now I'm scheduled to take 100 people to Panama City, Panama, the country, in January 26th for my 50th birthday party. I'm not really 50 yet, I'm 49. I hope that the pandemic has subsided. If not, we'll just postpone it. But we're going down there. We're going to break a Guinness World Record there for the most people selling an online course in one place at one time. And then from there, I've got high ticket coaching. Some people pay me $30,000 to work with them one-on-one and build an online course. So that person who gets in first today, you got like, you won't appreciate what you're getting. So how does this all start? The best first course to do, which I try and convince everybody to do, is called a gateway course. You start off by giving them something free, and then you sell them something they can't resist. Let me explain to you. So you remember how we built that client journey, right? I want you to go through that client journey. And once you get it built, is you look at those first 3 steps and you ask yourself, okay, what is one thing in here that I can build a PDF guide and people will want it because I can teach it and it won't cannibalize anything else I sell. So it's a little piece of the bigger picture. For your fitness coaches, build a PDF guide that says how to lose 7 pounds in 7 days. What I did is I built one that is how to build your Facebook page to 100,000 fans in 100 days. Actually, I'll show you an even better one. It's how to build your ultimate audience. So this is a website where I give away a 20-page guide that teaches people how to build their ultimate audience. I'll even show you the 100,000 fans in 100 days. Anybody interested in learning how to build your Facebook page to 100,000 fans in the next 100 days? I'm talking real people that are really interested. Type me in the chat if you're interested in that, because I'll give you that too. I'll give you this guide. But this is the guide. And I run Facebook ads. I get about 200 people a week that download this guide. And there's lots of testimonials and proof on there. And then on the next page after they do that, there's a little mini course. And it says,
Ken here. And firstly, I'm happy for you. I'm glad you grabbed this guide. I have been helping my students.
Basically, I say, listen, the Facebook Ads Manager is a little painful. So I built a little mini course. I'm selling it for $7. Grab the course. Well, freaking people buy it like crazy. See, what happens is once they download the guide, they've accepted you as authority and they're going to buy your stuff. And that's what I did when Dr. Stacy joined. She built a guide that she gives away for free, how to lose 10 pounds in 10 days. On the next page, she sells a $7 course. And you can see she launched this on March the 1st. So we're talking real recent stuff going on here. She had 200 people join, download her guide in the first 2 weeks, and then 27 people paid $7. And then Ruth Fabry, like some of you fitness coaches are here now saying, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense, but what do I do if they're already doing 10 down in 10 days? I say, do the same damn thing. Do the same damn thing. But just change the name. So Ruth was here a couple weeks later, and her ideal client is Christian women over 50 that want to lose weight. So she did the 10-10-10 plan. How to lose 10 pounds in 10 days with 10 tips. And she sold the course for $7. Check this out. 1,600 leads joined her email list in the first month. Just nuts. Really simple. Use a Facebook ad, get them to download your free thing, sell them a gateway product that's related to the free thing. Long form sales pages. Well, if we go back to that Your Ultimate Audience one I was showing you right here, Your Ultimate Audience. What a long form sales page is exactly what it says. So when you download the Your Ultimate Audience guide, some of you guys bought this actually because I tell you about it when you sign up for this webinar. Well, down right here, long form sales page is exactly what it says. It's a long form page, and a couple things you want to do on it. You want to prove your offer in a video. You want to have a fear of loss above the fold, so it's time sensitive. And then you want to stack value. So there's a stack here. There's an offer that's worth $1,100, $1,700, and you get it all for $29. That's a long form sales page, and it works every day. This one I was telling you about, every day I get like 20 to 30 people that download this guide. I pay $10 a day. And every day I get 3 to 4 people that pay $7. In the last 5 years, I've had 400,000 people join my email list. No joking. I'll show you. It's right here. Jump into this account. You'll see it. 400,000 people right there. 440,000 people. 37 yesterday, 10 today. They're joining every day, all because of those guides. And somebody paid $29 already today for the Ultimate Audience, right? $29.95. It's right there. It's all automated. And you guys can do it too. It is so freaking simple. Okay, the big thing I want to focus on really quickly with you is selling on webinars. Because that's the big thing that you're going to have to learn to do. Oh, Ipote said, I published faith-based book and I want to sell it. Perfect. Build an online course that'll sell your book. Build an online course around that. I'll show you how to do it. All right, I want to just really quickly go through the presentation. I've spent over $100,000 with Russell Brunson, Frank Kern, and Ryan Dice learning how they do online webinar presentations. And what I found was they all have different names for it, but they're all the same, follows the same flow. And I realized that I could build one presentation and use it in every area of my business, and you can too. But here's the essential elements that you're going to have in it. First, start off with an introduction. Tell everybody why they're there and make them a promise. If you stay through this presentation, you'll build your online course in the next 14 days and sell it. And that big promise is super important. It's important in everywhere you do. You got to identify with it. Then you got to hook them till the end. There's a big reason you're still here. It's because I said the first person who joins today is going to get into that. But I'll tell you what, to be honest with you guys, you're all going to get massive support if you join this challenge. I want to help you get your online course built right now. You command attention and qualify yourself. You got to do that right up front too. In the first 20 minutes, how did I do it? I showed you my bank accounts. I showed you the money I was making. I proved it to you. And then you go future casting and you tell people they can do it too. Now you get into the content, you got to circle back and focus on the one big thing and then break it down into 3 or 4 teaching parts because that's what's palatable. Now, if you do all this right, you're going to break and rebuild beliefs. And let me ask you guys a question. I want you to type the number 1 in the chat right now. If you guys here today have thought about building an online course before, didn't know where to get started, so you stopped, or you tried to build an online course, you got frustrated and you stopped, or you really thought about it, but something was holding you back. Type the number 1 in the chat. If you kind of believed that it was going to be hard and that it wasn't easy to do, and you kind of gave up on believing that it would happen. Now, I want you to type the number 2 in the chat if being here with me today and going through this training with me today has completely broken that belief. And you now believe that with this system and our partnership, you'll get this online course built. Type the number 2 in the chat if you absolutely believe you can do this now. Type the number 2 in the chat if you believe that this is just different. This makes it really easy, not having to do the tech stuff. You know, using the Fiverr people, using the system to outline the course first. Look at all the 2s, hundreds of 2s right now. And that's what you're supposed to do, friends. That means your webinar is working properly. And then if you succeed in helping people to break their current beliefs and rebuild their beliefs, now you can make your offer. And that's how I sell all my online courses, the exact same way. And again, friends, like I said, don't worry. In the program, in the membership area, if you come down here into module 3, Module 4, it's all about selling your course. There's a slowed down, because I know I'm going really fast. There's a slowed down training on the value ladder. There's the ultimate presentation. And I'm going to give you the full overview, a good training, but check this out. I even give you my slide decks, Keynote, PowerPoint, and PDFs even. So you can choose the one that works with your computer and you don't have to rebuild it. You just change it. So you got the flow. It's all there waiting for you. It's all there. You get started today. And you won't miss it. I mean, it's how I sell everything. Now, live event selling.
And I'll prove that to you in the next 30 minutes.
Just a little bit different. Instead of like type it in the chat, you just have to know the nuances. Raise your hand if. Who's got feedback for me? And you got to know how to deal with the hecklers, but I'll teach you how to do that too. But it's the exact same presentation. This was a presentation for the authority factor. Isn't it crazy? I haven't even published the book yet, and all these people are buying this course. I spent $800 on Facebook ads. 70 people showed up, and I made $12,000 in 90 minutes. And then, like I said, I've got one-on-one coaching program. People pay $30,000 for it. For $100,000, I will take, for 90 days, I will take my entire team into your company, and I'll make revenue rain in your company. And I've got a lineup of people. We only do 5 of those a year, and I've got a lineup of people that want to do that. And then masterminds. We travel all over the world. We did a retreat back in Iceland. I was telling you about it. People pay $5,000 just to come on a retreat with me. Does this make sense to you guys? Type the number 1 in the chat if this makes a lot of sense. I know it's starting to feel a little bit overwhelming, but just type the number 1 in the chat. Because friends, frankly speaking, over the last hour, I've showed you exactly how to determine the right topic. I've showed you how to build your online course, and I've showed you how to sell your online course and scale your business. Now, at this point, you've got 2 choices. Number 1, you could go it alone. You could take all the notes that I've given you today, and you could just go figure it out yourself. Now, it's going to be painful, and I really don't want that for you. I really want you to check out my 30-day course builder challenge, because there's a fast way to do this where you're not going to get stuck. It's not going to happen. You're going to get this done. It's called the 30-day course builder challenge because you're going to understand clearly in a second. Essentially, there's a small fee to join, but the challenge is if you launch your course within 30 days, I give you the feedback. A little skin in the game up front. I'll explain more about this in a second. I'll tell you is that this program is like nothing you've ever seen before, because what I've proven to you today is that I've taken years of failures, hundreds of thousands in training that I've paid, and 10 years of success, and I've pulled it together into this perfectly balanced system that hundreds of entrepreneurs like you have used. And there's a winning community, because it's hard to change your life and succeed in business when you're surrounded by critics. So our students join a worldwide community. There's hundreds of people that are actively in this program right now. They're all in one Facebook group, and I'm going to let you in there today. And expert mentorship, because it's been proven over and over again that you'll succeed faster and make less mistakes if you're guided by people who've already traveled down this road. Look, frankly, I've taken 20 years of my life to figure out what works and what doesn't, to come up with this perfect system for my online courses. To develop this system, I've had to develop a significant amount of knowledge and expertise, and I've invested hundreds of thousands of dollars to do it. And this system has been proven to work for hundreds of my students, many of whom you've met. And it's just crazy. Now, I showed you the online course. It's there waiting for you right now. You get into it. And what you need to know, but so in order to really convince you to invest in this today and to take action, I built a little package, because there's several pieces to the puzzle that I want you to do. You don't have to do it all in the challenge, but I have another course. It's called the Tripwire Builder course. I'll teach you how to build your email list to hundreds of thousands of people. You know, the free guide you give away, and then you sell them a $7 product. That's called a Tripwire. Well, I teach you how to do that. And I sell this course. I have like 4 different Tripwires running in my business. I sell this course for $1,497. I'm going to include this today. Next, I'm going to give you our Facebook group. Now, that's what I was super excited to share with you and show you. Let me just quickly jump into the Facebook group and show you. You're going to get this. When you sign up today, right after you pay on the confirmation page, there's going to be a button that gives you a link to this group. And I want you to jump into this group. Everybody that's in here is in the 30-day course builder challenge. You can see there's 276 people in here right now. And it's all right here. People put their client journeys. So we're just going to get you to do the client journey, slap it in there. And then you can see everything that's going on. We do live trainings. If you go into the events area, look at this. Every Thursday night at 6 o'clock, we have what we call a triage sessions. You ask questions. We can answer any questions. We fix your funnels. We fix your course. We help you edit your slides. On Tuesday mornings at 11 a.m. every week, it's live Zoom Facebook ads training. So you can learn how to do the ads you're going to use for your webinar. It's all right there. And this is the most important one. Mondays at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I do a live coaching call every week for 2 to 3 hours where we go over building the online courses. I teach you everything that I know. I'm going to give you access, lifetime access to the Facebook group. Look at that. I took a screenshot of that Facebook group back in January. There's only 81 people in here. So it's really simple. You get lifetime access to the online course program, because even if you don't want to do the challenge, like some of you guys are like, I want to build an online course, but I don't have the time to pound it out in the next 30 days. You still join today because you get lifetime access to the challenge. You get lifetime access to the Tripwire Builder course. You get lifetime access to the Facebook group. Next, we have major events that we do. My company runs major events called Easier Life Mastery. We do 3 of them a year in North America. This one was supposed to be in November. I've already paid Gary Vaynerchuk, Tom Bilyeu, and Amy Landino. We're going to do this one next September because I think the pandemic is going to be around for a while. But I'm going to give you a VIP ticket to one of our Easier Life Mastery live events. Now, while the pandemic's going on, check this out. We do events called Easier Life Online. So they're major online virtual summits. And the next one, I'll show you the preview page here. I can't actually take you to it because we're not announcing this until September 13th. But the next event is November 6th, 7th, and 8th. It's all online. VIP tickets are $279. And look who the keynote speaker is. Grant Cardone and I have been friends for a lot of years. Nick Boothman, Robbie Blanchard, number one ClickBank affiliate in the world. Davin Michaels, and I got a whole bunch of people. So listen, you guys could actually speak at this event. If there's anybody interested in that, you got to join the program first, get your course live, and if you start selling your course, I will let you speak at this event. I do this with all my students, but I'm going to give every one of you a VIP ticket to that event or whichever event you want, because I want you to be in our community. Here's the next thing. Check this out. I'm going to let you come to my birthday party for free. I'm going to let you come to our Panama retreat. Now, we should be doing it at the end of January, but we're not going to do it unless we all feel good, the pandemic's under control and all that stuff. It's at the JW Marriott Beach Resort. Over 50 people have already paid the $5,000. And I'm bringing down some major players. My friend Dean Graziosi is probably coming. And Russell Brunson has said he'll probably come. Grant Cardone said he will come. He'll be there. What we're doing is we're going to be down there for a week. Those guys are going to be teaching every day. But on the Thursday, everybody who's launched an online course, we're all going to be selling the online course on one day. And the people from the Guinness World Record Association are going to be there. And you're going to be a Guinness World Record holder. And it's, like I said, 50 people have already paid $5,000. Mark, Mark just commented in the chat. Mark Cantley said, I've stayed at that resort. It's stunning. Normally to stay at this resort, it's $300 to $400 a night. I got rooms for $100 a night. And the $5,000 fee to come, I'm waiving for you. If you join this program today on this webinar right now, it's unbelievable. So if you join the 30-day Course Builder Challenge today, you get the Authority Factor, you get the course, the membership area, lifetime access, you get the Tripwire Builder course, you get the Easier Life Pros Facebook group, a ticket to the live events, and you get a free ticket to the Panama retreat. Because friends, this program is going to turn you into a world caliber authority and help you to get on the track to making millions of dollars helping other people. Last thing I want to tell you about is I also have an affiliate marketing program. So if you want to make your money back fast, I can show you how to run Facebook ads to this webinar that I do regularly. And when somebody joins the challenge, you get paid 20%. And if they win the challenge and I give them their money back, I don't take your 20% back. But all my courses, everything I'm doing, like I said, I've got over 1,000 people that are making, I got 1,000 people right now that are making at least $500 a month. And I got about 100 people making $10,000 a month. And they're all just driving traffic. They're running Facebook ads and they make money. Because my goal is to set you up for success. If you know me, you guys know that I have made millions, $10 million in my mortgage company, millions of dollars with a property management company. I also, believe it or not, I was in network marketing for 8 years and made $14 million doing that. I own a real estate investment company today called Cottage Dream Vacations. I buy cottages in the Kawarthas and Muskoka areas of Canada, so these big lake systems, and we refurbish them and rent them. We've got 20 cottages under management. I'm not like, I want to help you. That's like, I like money, but that's, you're going to understand. When you understand how much I'm charging for this challenge, it'll blow your minds. Well, let me ask you a question. What if all you got out of this was an extra $5,000 to $10,000 a month? Would it be worth it? Go into the chat right now and type yes if it would be worth it. So 6 months from now, you're making an extra $5,000 a month in your coaching business. Would it be worth it? Just type yes in the chat. Because you and I both know that if all this did was to finally help you build a loyal audience of your ideal clients, it would be worth it. Or if all this did was to help you eliminate all the stress in your life, it would be worth it. Or what if it helped you to double the revenue in your business? Would it be worth it? I mean, think about this. You guys can see why this challenge would be an amazing deal if I charged $4,997. But I'm not going to do that because I know there's nothing like this 30-day course builder challenge. And I want to make this an absolute no-brainer for you. So because you know that the first person who joins today, here's what you're getting. It's about 6 to 10 hours you and I are going to spend together. And I'm going to help you to build your online course. The full thing. We're going to do the client journey together. We're going to meet and get everything squared away. I'm going to teach you how to shoot your videos. I'm going to edit your videos. I'm going to build the funnels. I'm going to get everything set up. I'm going to coach you through building your slide deck for your presentation. I'm going to do dry run-throughs with you. I normally charge $30,000 for what I'm giving you today, the first person that joins. And I just put the link in the chat because it's only 20 people. I'll tell you why in a second that can get in today. And that's the link, $899. That's it. And like I told you guys, you get your course built in 30 days, you get your money back. It's free. That's the way this works. Now, I know a bunch of you are clicking on that link right now. There's only 20 people allowed in today. There are hundreds and hundreds of people that are on this webinar right now. We get 20 people every week. The reason that I do that is because every one of you, you're not going to get left behind. Every one of you is going to get a 1 hour one-on-one coaching session as well. We're going to jump on the phone with you and we're going to make sure that you get your client journey figured out. So if you're wondering, like, what's my client journey? I'm a little nervous about that. How do I know to do this? Don't worry. We're going to walk you through that. I want you to win in this challenge. Like, my goal is to give you your money back. That's what we have to do. I'm in the Facebook group every day. I'm taking the next 3 days off, but starting Monday, I'll be in the Facebook group every day. And I'm teaching every day on Facebook Lives. I'm saying, okay, today, this is what you should do. Today, this is what you should do. Every day I do that. We have a live call on Mondays at 3 o'clock for 3 hours. Tuesday morning, I'm teaching you Facebook ads. Friends, I have people that pay me $5,000, that paid me $5,000 just to get into the Facebook advertising training. They just to come every week, and I'm including that here. You get the small group coaching package. I mean, you get it all. 90 minutes. That's what we're doing for this one. So you're going to get a 90-minute coaching session. That's Ryan. Ryan's one of my coaches. I've got 6 different coaches. There's 7 of us in total. You join today. Tomorrow you're going to get a call from Pam. She's going to book your appointment with us. We're going to do a 90-minute coaching call. Some of you guys are actually, your coaching call is going to be with me because I'm one of the 7 coaches. And it's freaking amazing. See, think about this, friend. You've never heard an offer like this before. You've never seen anything like this. I know that. I get that. That's the feedback I get all the time. But it's not just that. Look at all the people launching courses. My goal is for you to come back to me and say, Ken, the 30-day course builder changed my business forever. Revenue is no longer my top priority. So what I'm doing is I'm giving you a package worth $18,788, and you get it for $899 one time. Now, I want you, if you've paid already, I want you to go into the chat and type "I'm in." I want to know that you're in right now. I'm curious to know who's going to be first. If you guys have any questions, type them in the chat right now. I'll answer any questions that you have, because I get people that ask questions all the time. And there's lots of questions regularly. I've got some of the more common ones listed here. People always wonder, will there really be support? Will I just be left alone? Friends, here's what I want you to think about. I have raving fans in my community. And it wouldn't serve me to not follow through on what I've promised you. It would just cause, like, there'd be lots of bad press out there about my courses, and I don't want to do that to people. I want you to win. That's all there is to it. Next, some people say, I'm a beginner. Like, I just don't know. I don't have a business. I'm not sure. The trainings take place on Mondays at 3, Tuesdays at 11 a.m., Thursdays at 6 p.m. They're all on Zoom, but Ebhote was just asking that. You also, all the replays are put into the Facebook group, so you can watch them anytime that you want. So Dondi, what you're going to do, people say, okay, I signed up, what's next? So on the page after you pay, the confirmation page, you're going to see a couple buttons. One button is for you to create access to the membership area. So you click on that. Make sure you use the same email address everywhere, friends. When you sign up, use the same email address you used when you signed up for the webinar. And when you create your course access, use the same email address, because that's how it unlocks the modules. So Dondi, you're going to click on that. And then also on the confirmation page, there's a button to get into the Facebook group. So go and get into the Facebook group, and there's a welcome message in the Facebook group for you. Now, the other thing I want to tell everybody is you're going to get a call tomorrow. So everybody that signed up, Sandra, Donde, Mike, Fred, Esther, Sue, who else? If you've signed up, type "I'm in the chat again. So all you guys that have signed up today, you're going to get a call from Pam tomorrow.